Hi guys, Jerome here, and I'm going to share with you one of my new passions. Lately, I've been really getting into the Godzilla films, as well as collecting the NECA Godzilla figures. I got a couple over the last couple weeks, and I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to show them off because I like game chasing and stuff, but I also have a new passion for Godzilla figures. Now, before I show you them, I just want to make sure to say that this isn't an ad at all. I just figured, since the new movie's coming out soon, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, it would be cool to show off my collection a little bit. So, yeah, here we go. So the first one I got is Godzilla from Space Godzilla, which is probably my favorite look of Godzilla. I'm a real big fan of the designs in the Heisei series. Well, if you look at him, he's really cool. The tails, as you can see, are always detached in the boxes. I'm not gonna open the boxes today, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna show them off a little bit, these cool collection pieces. It's probably one of my favorite Godzilla heads. In terms of the way that it is molded, and the mold is really cool, and it's a NECA toy, and of course in the back you got a nice shot of the Heisei Godzilla. It's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Godzilla design. Second one I got is the Gareth Edwards 2014 Godzilla. Again, this is a really cool design. I do like thick THICC Godzilla. One of the things that I was less keen on was the smaller dorsal plates, but that's going to be fixed slash modified for 2019's King of the Monsters, where they're going to give him a look they're going to mix the look of this Godzilla with a more traditional Godzilla look. So amongst other things, the dorsal plates will be bigger. So this is a really cool one to have, and I like the proportions on it. It's a really nice one. And of course, in the back, you get a little bit of a description this time, which is kind of cool. And again, yeah, so this is the second Godzilla that I got. The next Godzilla I got is from one of the weirder entries in the series, the GMK Godzilla, the 2001 Godzilla. GMK, of course, is the abbreviation of Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Giant's Monster All-Out Attack, which was kind of a weird one where Godzilla's the villain. Okay, we've seen that before. But Mothra is a good guy, or a good girl. That we've seen before too. But King Ghidorah is also one of the heroes, and that's a little weird considering King Ghidorah is kind of like the Joker to Godzilla's Batman, if you will. Back to this one. This one is a variant. It's a Atomic Blast variant. You see the front of Godzilla here is blue, and you can put the Atomic Blast ray right in Godzilla's mouth, so it looks like he's shooting him a laser. You know what I'm saying? So this is really cool. I like the design here, and I love the face of Godzilla with the white eyes, because he's like an evil Godzilla in this one. So this is what it's sort of supposed to look like when you look at it from with the ray in the mouth and everything. So it's a pretty cool one. And suit-wise, I think it's in the top of my favorite suits. But the movie itself, it comes off a little weird. It's again, the Millennium series is kind of hit and miss, and this one is kind of in between. So yeah, and, this is the Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, which is the Godzilla movie in which the Heisei Godzilla sort of is on his last legs. In this movie, Godzilla is actually burning up from the inside, like a nuclear reactor who's about to overload and melt down to the Earth's core, destroying everyone. Meanwhile, a monster was created by trilobites hit with Dr. Sarasawa's oxygen destroyer from the first film, creating the most evil monster in the world, Destoroyah, or Destroyer. He's called Destoroyah because, well, the word destroyer in and of itself cannot be trademarked. So they called him Destoroyah, which is kind of like a nice Romanji version of that. So anyways, in this one, Godzilla, as you can see, sort of has patches where light can shine through, and he's burning from the inside. One of the disappointments of this figure is, if you look at carefully, where the tail begins, and I've checked, and it's not just this figure, it's not my figurine that has a problem. They all have, the tail all sort of stays kind of white. Even the undertail here is undertail, haha. Even the undertail part is white, but anyways, it's not the end of the world. This one is a cool one. Again, Godzilla is gonna explode and be on fire, and he's gonna melt, so he has to fight against a monster that can destroy all oxygen and stuff, and it's a crazy movie, and it's probably in the top 10 Godzilla films for me. I really like Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. So I would suggest that one a lot. And of course, the look at the back of the box where you see the Godzilla in all of his burning glory. Look at that. And finally, the pièce de résistance of my personal collection, for now at least, is this limited version of King Kong vs. Godzilla, which is it's a really cool it's a box instead of being a clamshell. And what's really cool about this one is that the box opens up and you can see the figurine in all of its glory, and it's got the nice atomic ray, and it's got, this is what it looks like. And this is back in the Showa period, so it's a little more on the derpy side in terms of its Godzilla's face and everything, but this is pretty cool. This is, of course, the movie where Godzilla fights a Toho version of King Kong, which is really cool, seeing as how Godzilla was still portrayed as a villain, so King Kong technically is the hero monster. So this is a cool little box here. Of course, we are in the 65th anniversary of Godzilla this year, so this came out like a couple months ago, couple months ago, something like that. So when I saw this, as soon as I saw this on the shelves, I grabbed it because this is it's probably the crown jewel of my NECA Godzilla collection so far. But it's really cool. Well, that was it for my Godzilla collection, at least in toy form. I started, like, I don't have a lot of shelf space. Like, it's very limited, and a lot of it is like game boxes, you know. Even here. So I don't have like a ton of space for figurines. But when I saw these, I just fell in love with them because since a lot of the Godzilla stuff, a lot of the more recent ones are CGI, but since the original ones, the Tokusatsu series, are made as rubber suits, it translates very well to toy form. So it's always a treat. The other day when I had the Super Nintendo miniature sets, I really like those. There's something fun about a little plastic version of something in miniature form that just appeals to me, you know. Kind of like when you have a video game and in the menus, like a Godzilla game, for example, and you in the menus or in the library section, you can sort of see 3D models of your characters, or even Pokemon Go or things like that. I do like seeing a nice 3D version, especially when it's like a physical 3D version of things that I like. So yeah, the figures were a little more expensive on the internet, so I went over to Planet Otaku, and that's where I found these for about 35 Canadian before tax, which is really good considering some of these are like 50 on the internet. So it was fun. So thanks again to Planet Otaku for their fun prices when it comes to Godzillas. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like. It's always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Take care.